Well, Sandi Sawchuck, taking your calls. We'll start with John. Hi, John. What's your question?
Hi, Mark and Sandy.
Hi.
I have a schnoodle who was black as coal in color his first year of life, and then in his second year he turned gray, and now in his third year he's turning white. Can you explain why?
My guess is that your schnoodle, which is a schnauzer poodle mix, probably has more oodle or poodle in them, because we do see sometimes as poodles age, they will often start changing color. So the silver type poodle will start out as black when they're young and then turn into silver as they get older. And so that would be my guess, is that it's just a genetic predisposition to coat color change, especially if your dog has not gone through anything like chemotherapy or is not an aged dog where they're just turning white like me, okay? Because that can happen as well, but usually it's not covering the whole body, it's just spotty things. So I think it's probably just more of the poodle genetics coming out.
Interesting, yeah.
All right, let's go to Deneen. Hi, Deneen, what's your question? Deneen, are you there?
No, it's not working again. Well, let's just ask.
Okay, well, the question that Deneen asked is, her dog has a dry nose, and she wants to know if there's a salve for it.
Well, for the most part, dogs, their noses can be moist or dry, but if this is cracked or irritated, I'd be getting it looked at. There are a few immune-mediated diseases. There's one called pemphigus foliaceus that will, I don't know, what is it? Discoid lupus, I think it's called. Sorry, I'm not thinking of it, but it'll affect the bridge of the nose and cause crusting and dryness, and that needs to be treated totally different than just, hey, a dry nose.
Okay.
And anything you put on the nose, the dog's going to lick off. So
you can't use like Carmex or anything like that that you would use
No, I think that would really bother the dog just because they've got such a tremendous sense of smell, and all of a sudden you put this stuff on their nose that has an odor to it. It must drive them crazy. Yeah.
All right, let's go to Sandy. For Sandy, go ahead.
Thank you. We are a multi-cat household, and on December 20th, we lost our oldest male cat.
Sorry.
Yeah, Sam was 10 years old, and he died unexpectedly at home. And our two other little male cats, we have Willie, who's 4.5, and he seems to be just grieving terribly.
You know, and even though cats socially, tend to, able to live by themselves, they don't form the same kind of social bonds like dogs do, we do know that they can be, very close with each other. And sometimes one is the cat that says, okay, it's dinner time now, it's playtime now. And now we've got this kitty that just doesn't know how to live without having its buddy around. Some of the best things you can do is try to keep the same schedules as you did before. And I know that may be hard for you because you're grieving as well, but that may make a difference. You may also want to talk to your veterinarian about using something like Feel Away, which is just kind of a pheromone spray that makes cats feel more calm and relaxed. Usually we don't have to go for anything more than that. As long as your cat's eating and grooming and maybe just not playing as much, she should bounce back pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's tough.
It is for everybody involved. Yep.
Okay.
All right, let's go to Annie. Hi, Annie.
Hi, Sandy. My last two birds, a male roller canary and a female pied cockatiel, have both died of renal carcinoma and their legs turned up. I think I'm doing everything right. Organics, Lefevre's, not just the seed diet, triple reverse osmosis water, but both of them had renal cancer. What am I doing wrong?
I don't think you're doing anything wrong. I think sometimes when we have pets that are living a long life, whether it be a bird or a dog or a cat, we are seeing more pets with these age-related diseases like cancer. And I like to tell people that have pets that, if they don't die from malnutrition or being hit by a car or, in the case of a bird, getting out and not being, hitting a window or something like that, they're probably going to end up dying of cancer. It happens to cells as animals get older. So don't beat yourself up. I think this is it's unfortunate that we've had two of the same type of cancer in birds, but it's Mother Nature. Yeah.
Let's try to get Mike in real quickly. Hi, Mike, what's your question?
I've got 3 Boston Terriers who've had the same food and medication protocol, but one's had diarrhea for over 6 months and lost 25% of her body weight.
Holy, wow. Yeah.
Food, high-protein food. We've even tried pumpkin, and the vet's been unable to diagnose any parasites. put it on medication, but that hasn't really cured the problem either.
Yeah, and this is a time where you may want to be looking at getting a second opinion from a veterinarian that specializes in gastrointestinal diseases. Things that we would consider doing would be maybe doing, depending on where the problem is occurring, they're going to take a very thorough history and try to determine whether this is small intestinal or large intestinal induced diarrhea. And then what they'll probably do is do some blood work to be able to send off to a lab in Texas, a gastrointestinal panel, to make sure your dog's producing enough enzymes, that we don't have anything else going on there that needs to be treated. And then be prepared. The next step is usually scoping and biopsying, try to get some answers.
There's something wrong, though.
There is something wrong. To lose that much weight and to have it go on for 6 months, this really needs to get investigated.
All right, we're out of time. Thank you, everyone, for calling in.
Thanks for your patience, too, everybody.
Thanks, Sandy. We'll see you next time.
All right.
We'll be right back.